How are you doing? I hope you're doing great. Welcome back to this video and to Verified So. Now, we are just from the DV Lottery 2025 application period, and I know majority of you tried their luck in that DV. That is to mean you have applied, and now we are in the long wait for the results to be out, approximately 7 months from now. And I know you are there, and of course, each one of you that applied are hoping to be selected, to be the lucky winner. And therefore, anything that revolves around selection that pops out, you want to know about it. And you will hear many people talking about the selection process. And that means you become interested because you want to know your chances of getting selected. Will you be selected? Now, I have come here so that we can discuss some few things. And in these things, I want to rectify some ideas that have been put forward regarding the selection process and your chances of getting selected. So basically, this video will be around those topics, selection and your chances. And the first thing that I've heard some people talking about were the time that you applied. And they really are saying that the time you apply affects your chances of getting selected. Because I've seen several winners that applied on the first day, and luckily they were selected, and therefore they have created the theory that I applied on the first day and I was selected. Therefore, applying on the first day gives you higher chances of getting selected. That is not correct. It is not correct. Because what would you say of that person that applied on the last day and was selected and moreover had a lowercase number? What would you say of that? So the notion that if you applied on the first day, you have higher chances of getting selected, that is a wrong notion. It is not that way. Remember, guys, and this should stick in your minds, and you should never forget that the DV selection is randomized, and it's just by a computer program that knows nothing about the time you entered the lottery or the day, but only the numbers that are given, and then randomly selects or picks from those numbers. That one you should not forget. So about the day that you applied, be it on the first day or the last day or the middle days, that does not matter at all. The second thing on the same is about the time of application, the time of the day. And I also heard some people saying that many that apply in the middle of the night, that is in the midnight, have higher chances of getting selected. No, that's not correct. The time you apply is not what determines the selection. In any case, in my country, midnight is not the same as that midnight of the other country's citizen. One person from this country, the midnight might be different from another person in a different country. So we have different midnights in different locations. Therefore, the time that you apply does not determine. People have applied in the noontime of their country, at 4 p.m. in their country, whichever time in their country, and they have gotten selected. So the time factor is not a determinant. That one should not confuse you at all. The other major thing and theory that has been put outside there is that your academic and professional achievement greatly affects your selection. And I have come here to clarify that It is not based on any life achievement, any academic prowess, any professional achievement. It is not based on that completely. I know the requirement for the DV entry is at least a high school diploma or a 2-year work experience within the past 5 years. If you have your high school certificate and another person has a degree, another one has a diploma in some other country, that is an education above high school, or others have even postgraduate. Others are doctors, others nurses, other engineers, others teachers. Regardless of the position or the professional achievement, all of you have the same chances of getting selected. So long as you have achieved the minimum qualification for the DV lottery application, the rest do not factor in. You are equally on the same position in terms of selection. Everyone has equal chances of getting selected. I hope that point is clear. Still on the same, it does not depend on the social status. Your social status in your community or in your country. Maybe you are a very well-known politician. Maybe you are a very big person in your society. That one will not determine your selection at all. It is not based on any merit. It's just randomized based on the numbers that were put on those entries. Random selection. The status is not a factor. The other thing that has created theories about selection outside there is the location where you were at the point of application, or the country in which you were at the time of application. So long as your country was eligible, every one of you will have the same chances of getting selected, equal chances of getting selected. If you applied while in the United States, maybe you are there on a visit visa or an academic visa, maybe you are there on a family visit, and then you applied from that location, that will not guarantee you higher chances of getting selected more than other people in other countries that were qualified. No, a person coming from this country and the other one from the other country and the other one from the other one, all of you have the same chances. It is not country dependent, not at all. The final thing that I want to discuss about, it is not the least, and there are others that people have created out there, but for this video, the last thing that I want to talk about is the question of lying. That is, you provided incorrect information in the application. Let's say, for example, you said your name is this and this and this, whereas your real name is different from that. Or let's say you selected the current address as a different address from what your real address is. Or let's say you lied that you had no kids, yet you have kids. Or maybe you lied you are not married, yet you are married. Or you are married and you said you're not married. Or you are single and then you say you're married. You don't have kids, then you indicate you have kids. Maybe you include the kids of your sister. All those errors that I have mentioned will not affect the selection. Have you gotten me clearly? those areas that I have just mentioned will not affect your selection, because you are not required to submit any document for proof in the application. So there is no document to counter check to see whether you've lied or not. No, they don't have that. So even if you filled incorrect information in those categories, those areas that I've talked about, you may get selected because it's not based on that. So even if you filled wrong information under those categories that I have given examples, you can get selected. But if you did those mistakes, providing false information, you lied, you will get selected, yes, but you will not get through the process, because during the interview, you will be disqualified based on your fraud, on the lies that you provided. So you might have lied, but you will get selected. But getting through the process to the interview successfully, that will not be a possibility. So I saw it good that we discuss on this, because I know all of us that applied are waiting for the results eagerly, hoping that they will be selected. In the next video, I will be discussing more about the selection, and I think I'll handle the mistakes that can cause you not get selected. And I will also do another video on the mistakes that you might have done but will not affect your selection. Thank you guys. Stick around. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also like the video and put the notification on. And let's meet in the next video.